Welcome back. Let's pick up the conversation from where we left off last. Turning to what you mentioned about your children, their education here, and the fact that you planned for their balanced upbringing in Dubai as a perfect blend between the East and the West. They've turned out to be fine. I shouldn't say that young anymore. They are mature business persons in their own lives, but they're very successful. What did you do to ensure they turn out to be following on your footsteps in business success?
Well, I do not call it as following in my footsteps. The pride of the father and the parents is when they go much ahead of your footsteps. I was very conscious that I educate my children rather than get them involved at an early stage in the business where they can't pursue their education. Education opens up the vistas of your mind. It gives you different horizons. I had my own passion. My children may have their own passion. So I made sure that they get basic understanding and business strong enough, well enough, that they can pursue it successfully. But there is certain wishes in your mind. So when I was growing up myself, I thought that my child should do engineering. That gives him the basic logic and other things. Then, of course, the MBA. And it went absolutely on track. My son did his engineering and then he pursued his MBA in Boston. And I wanted one child, I have only two children, to be possibly in the medical field, a doctor. So I pursued that dream of mine and my children went with it. So my daughter became a doctor and also pursued her post-graduation in USA. So with God's grace, they are doing extremely well. And this is a matter of huge pride for me because I may feel that I have done my bit of my life, but to see my children flourishing very well is a matter of really very great satisfaction and pride.
I couldn't agree more, Parasji. I have had the good fortune of interacting, albeit briefly, with both Mahesh and Dr. Jean, and have both my wife and I, we've come away with nothing except superlatives about each of them. Kudos to you and Mrs. Shahdadpuri for that matter.
Ramesh, the good wishes of my friends and the blessings of God, the things have been working well, and I pray God that it continues.
Great. Let's look at the future. What do you think the next decade holds for Indian entrepreneurs in the UAE?
You see, given the relationship between India and UAE, which I must tell you, I have been in the Indian Foreign Service and I have done 4 postings, and rather than spending time at headquarters, I had never seen this close, unique relationship what exists between India and UAE. It has developed extremely comprehensive. I mean, we have been having traditional relationship for, believe me, hundreds of years, if not thousands, between India and UAE. The UAE friends have been visiting India, educating themselves, and lived there and done business there. Not today, in 1930s and 40s and 50s. Then, as the UAE's visionary leadership grew, UAE to a different trajectory altogether, so has India also kept pace with them. So the close relationship in every single field, be that space, defense, agriculture, education, medical, trade, economic relationship, infrastructure. So, in fact, including the nuclear exchanges. So, this type of comprehensive relationship I have never seen in any other country between India and the other country. So, I see the future of India UAE massively progressive, and therefore, any entrepreneur who engages himself in UAE is likely to see the growth. India is not only the fastest growing world economy, but it is going to be the driver of the global economy. And places like UAE, which is our next door neighborhood, and with the close political relationship, the cultural relationship, the social relationship, the economic relationship, the investment relationship, all this is adding up to one of the unique relationship. So I feel that not only Indians, but particularly Indians, who is starting his business here, has a huge, massive future. Then he's not looking at only UAE. UAE, as you know, is the business hub. It caters to almost about 2 billion population as its hinterland. Look at whole of Africa. Look at whole CIS. Look at whole Middle East, right up to North Africa. Look at India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan. All this region can be very well serviced from UAE. So I find that UAE is going to provide an amazing platform to any entrepreneur, and particularly to the Indian entrepreneurs, to grow and contribute honestly to the growth of not only UAE, but to the growth of India-UAE relationship.
Thank you. That can-do attitude is unmistakably there the moment you step off the plane in Dubai.
Absolutely.
And the people, the power of the youth is something they share in common, both India and the UAE. They have a large youth population, and the youth, thankfully, thanks to elders like your good selves, the youth find a lot of things in common, and we find Indian entrepreneurs of all ages coming to the UAE.
Also, by the way, the entire infrastructure which UAE provides you, the soft infrastructure, not the roads and flight connectivity, etc., but the facilitation which the government makes it for you is amazing. I mean, believe me, you don't have to worry in this country filing these returns, tax returns, municipality problems. It's very smooth. Everything can be done on the internet. So that is the soft side of UAE, and particularly of Dubai, which provides amazing atmosphere and environment, business environment for you to grow. So any entrepreneur coming here has a beautiful future to look to.
Very well. Parashji, having been close with you, having watched you at close range from the time I became an IBPC member back in 2007 initially, and then again in 2011, I've noticed that you always mentored countless youngsters. You always offered them advice, the right advice at the right time, whether they sought it or not, and they've benefited from it. What, in your opinion, when you see a youngster in IBPC or elsewhere, what tells you that this person is cut out to be a future leader?
Well, first of all, Rameshji, all of us have some gray cells in us. Some exercise it more, better, and some don't. Now, if we think that God has bestowed on us some gray cells, and we can share and help grow the professionals, that gives you again another satisfaction. I have been chairman of IBPC twice, and I was chairman of the previous avatar of IBPC called Overseas Indians Economic Forum. I felt it my really duty, my obligation to spread whatever I possibly can. I really don't know mentor. I don't know whether I'm capable of mentoring, but surely of advising people, sharing my experiences, sharing my thought processes. So, which I have been doing. I found that the entrepreneurs who come to UAE and to Dubai come with lots of dreams and hopes. And if I can be contributing to their hopes and dreams and making those dreams practical, I feel that I have done some part to the society. I find that the people who come here are very brilliant. In fact, finance is most important for any business, and there are facilities which are available here. But mentoring and telling them that don't get up from the bed and say that I will be billionaire tomorrow. Let me tell you, every single person is capable of being a billionaire in US dollar terms. The thing is whether he is focused for that. Let me tell you, the billionaires, although they are called as unicorns by the way, but they don't have any horns on their head. So it's all our brain. How much are we ready to exercise? Let me give you a very simple example. Everybody has the mobile phones.
Yes.
But largely 80% we use it for telephone and for the WhatsApp and some other things. But this telephone has enormous potential to use. We use only 20% of the mobile phone.
Very much.
It has 80% which remains unutilized. Exactly same as with our brains.
Wow.
We have utilized only 20% of brain. 80% is still unutilized. 20% gets busy eating, sleeping, playing, and gossiping and doing some business. But if you really focus and concentrate, you can use the potential of remaining 80%. And for doing that, it's a very simple thing which I don't know, I can tell you out of context, is to do meditation. When you meditate, only for a short time of only 15 minutes to half an hour. Now, meditation has various different aspects, but let me tell you 2-3 very normal aspects. Everybody has quite many chores and tasks to finish in a day. Put it down on a piece of paper. When you reach office, try and attempt to finish those, tick them. You will suddenly see that you have 9 to 10 hours of the day, you have finished your job in 2 hours. 8 hours are still for some more productive work. Same way, meditation, a yet higher step of meditation, allows your nervous system to be at calm, never get perturbed, never get disturbed, never get agitated. So when you meditate, you are able to utilize your faculties far better. Very important for any professional.
Great advice, Parasji. Considering that many of our IBPC members are entrepreneurs in their early or mid-stage business lives, I think they can take multiple lessons away from your advice here. If you could please, in closing, leave us with one life principle that you believe aspiring leaders should hold close to their hearts. What might that be?
Well, there are 2-3 things I would like to say. First is that anything they want to do, either as a professional or as an entrepreneur, they need to be passionate about their idea. Very important.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, they must be committed to pursue that idea. Number three, they must know their capacity. And I tell you, this capacity is elastic, like a rubber. You can expand it absolutely infinitely. So, number four, for an entrepreneur particularly, and not for a professional, he should live within his financial means.
Yeah.
So these are the 4-5 things. The other last, if I can say, is what I said earlier: focus, concentrate, meditate. That's a key to the success. That's the absolute key to the success. Do the SWOT analysis.
Wow.
You must do the SWOT analysis to yourself and then set SMART, S-M-A-R-T, objectives to see that they are doable. I mean, it should not be just up in the wind, that those actions are doable, those activities are doable, achievable, and within some time limits, within some timelines. I'm sure all of us have massive, massive potential. It's all up to us. How much can we really harness our own potential?
Very well. I think one big takeaway is the SWOT analysis. Most of us do it for our companies, for our clients, etc. How many of us can honestly claim to have done a personal SWOT analysis?
Absolutely.
That's going to be some homework from you,
And
Parasji,
smart
to each one
objectives.
of us. And smart, the full expanded form of smart.
Yes.
Most certainly.
Yes.
Sir, thank you very much for your sage advice, for your opening up your life of 80 years to all of us, and for picking up all the nuggets that we vicariously obtain from your life. Thank you again, and thanks to IBPC for giving us this platform to bring your life in a nutshell to our youngsters and the not so young in IBPC and indeed the outside world, the world of the Indian diaspora. Many thanks. You have a good day.
My pleasure. And I must tell you that each individual of us have massive potential. Only you need to understand and realize your own potential, and rest, the future is yours. Thank you, and all have a good day.
Thank you.